Conroy, it's a fake. Bates is going to throw. He's going. Touchdown! Michigan State wins it in overtime.
It was all the buzz, but time after making the gutsiest call in college football, Michigan State head football coach Mark Dantonio had a heart attack. He is in the hospital tonight after surgery. We have team coverage beginning with Jason Terzis, who's at the live desk with the very latest. Jason.
Hi, Mark. Yeah, I got a call this morning from Avi Forstein, our live desk producer, telling me what had happened. I guess shock or disbelief would be the only words that I could use to describe getting this news about Mark Dantonio. Of course, this comes on the heels of last night's thrilling 34-31 victory over at Notre Dame, one in which Mark Dantonio made that gutsy call for a fake field goal in overtime. State ends up with the game-winning touchdown pass. Shortly after the game, though, Dantonio started having chest pains. His wife then drove him to Sparrow Hospital in downtown Lansing, where doctors say he was having a mild heart attack. He underwent an immediate surgery and a procedure to have a stent put in to alleviate that blocked blood vessel. Dantonio is 54 years old with no known family history, but said to be doing well.
We found one of the vessels that feed blood to his heart muscle to be closed, and I was fortunate enough to be able to open it and put a small metallic device called a stent in the vessel, which helps to hold the vessel open and reestablish blood flow to the heart muscle. So, fortunately, his heart damage was very minimal.
His return to football activities will be determined later. He will not be on the sidelines for the Northern Colorado game, but he is our head coach, will remain our head coach throughout this whole process.
Doctors say Coach Dantonio is going to remain in the hospital for a few more days. So obviously, as you just heard from Michigan State Athletic Director Mark Hollis, he's going to miss next weekend's game against Northern Colorado. After that, his return still up in the air. But obviously, he's probably going to have to go through a stress test and several other tests before doctors give him the clearance to return. In the meantime, offensive coordinator Dodd Treadwell is going to take over the Spartans, at least for that game coming up next weekend. And coming up in a few minutes in sports, more reaction from Michigan State. Mark?
All right, Jason, thank you. And as you can imagine, the news of that heart attack has shocked the MSU community, which had spent the early morning hours celebrating that amazing win. We're going to go now to 24-Hour News 8's Danny Carlson. She's live in East Lansing with reaction. Danny?
Mark, well, as you can see, it's a much different atmosphere here today than it was last night after that big win. A lot quieter. Students here telling us that news of head coach Mark Dantonio's heart attack has dampened the excitement a little bit over last night's big win. The mood here last night was the happiest one student says he's ever seen it, and the happiest he ever expects to see it here on MSU's campus. Michigan State beat Notre Dame last night, as Jason told you, 34-31 after that shocking overtime play. Students who live in dorms nearby the stadium where we are right now tell us that they could hear the crowd's cheers explode at the end of the game through their dorm walls, right into their bedrooms. Tonight, students we spoke to say that they are grateful Dantonio is doing well. Their thoughts and prayers are with his family tonight and hope that something positive can come out of this tragedy.
If anything, I think it'll empower them a little bit. Like, fight for him a little bit, fight a little harder, practice a little harder. I mean, I'm sure he wouldn't want them slacking off in response to his recent illness, but so I'm hoping that they'll take it as a push forward.
Coming up at 6:30, we will have more campus reaction about this bittersweet few days here on the Michigan State campus. For now, we're live in East Lansing. Danny Carlson, 24-Hour News 8.